morning, everyone. Welcome to our Mind the Moment's Tuesday morning gathering, brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. And this is a place where we invite experienced mindfulness instructors to speak with us about what mindfulness means to them and to discuss as a community how we can incorporate these practices into our daily lives. I'm Suzanne Rowe Palacino, and I'm so happy to be here this morning with Roberval Oliveira, who is our mindfulness instructor with Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, and the man with the biggest smile that you will see on Zoom. He will make you happy just looking at him. So good morning, Roberval.
Thank you, Suzanne. I told you that many times. It's your happy neurons make my happy neurons happen. They fire together. That's huge. That's what's happening. So thank you so much. I'm happy to be here with you and with your community.
Yeah, it's so nice to have you here this morning. So welcome back, and
thank you.
Welcome to everyone on the webinar this morning. If you're new, very special welcome to you, and happy that you're able to join us. If you're a regular, we are so happy to have you here, and just love having our regular group practicing with us this morning. So what we do, if you are new, is we will start off with a question. Roberval will share his question for the group, and then you'll have an opportunity to answer through the chat. He'll share some thoughts with us, and we'll go right into a meditation practice of at least 12 minutes. And we also encourage our instructors, and they're great with this, is doing some guidance for the group, as well as a little practice time in silence, because that helps us all refine our practice and get used to different types of guidance and quiet time. So with that, if you go to the bottom of your screen and open up the chat, and you can just click the blue drop-down menu on the chat, and that will give you a chance to choose everyone, and everyone will be able to see your comments. So with that, Roberval, what kind of question do you have this morning for the group?
So the question that I have to the group is for you to reflect if you are having trouble meditating daily, or if you'd like to meditate daily. So the question is, what are the challenges that get in the way for you to have a daily practice?
I'll share that on the chat. Yeah, well, I can start.
Please.
Yeah, so I hadn't traveled all summer, and I did some traveling over the last week to Martha's Vineyard. And when I'm away, I find that my practice time is all over the place. You know, when you're not in your regular space, I do find that I was either practicing first thing in the morning. Some days I wasn't practicing at all. So when you're out of your regular space for whatever reason, that throws me a little curveball.
So the disruption in your routine affects. Yeah, that's something that's common. Yeah.
How about you, Roberval? How does that affect, what affects your
I made a commitment a long time ago. I take a meditation. So in a short answer, I keep no matter where I go, and have this approach, which is like, if I shower every day this came out lately. If I shower every day to clean my body of sweat and stuff, and if I have find time to do that 5 or 10 minutes every day, why can't I find time to clean my heart and my mind of crazy thoughts? It's kind of like this approach that I have. If I found 10 minutes every day to take a shower. Another thing that came out to my mind lately is we eat to nourish our bodies, to keep ourselves healthy, and we look for good food if you are able, and we look for physical activities to nourish ourselves. So if I found time to eat, usually whatever, how many times a day to nourish my body, and it takes 5, 10 minutes, whatever, 20 more. Why I cannot find time to nourish my mind and my heart and nourish my body with well-being? So I think I took this approach a long time. Wasn't the type of thinking, wasn't that type of thinking before, but there's something that I do every day. You know, we get up, we go to work every day, and so I, and then the habit is born, and that's how habits get formed. It's a repetition of an activity over and over and over. So somebody share something here.
Yeah. So Susan says work schedule and subsequent exhaustion after work. Yeah, that is a real thing for sure.
I like what someone says here. I hear you. I once meditated in a closet, in a supply closet for 10 minutes just to get a little space in my day. It was an adventure. And thank you for saying that. It's wonderful. Yeah, it is possible. I'll tell how I developed my habit, which was I set to myself 5 minutes. I'm gonna set 5 minutes before the shower. Before I get in the shower, I set 5 minutes, and you know, 5 minutes was all I could give it. It's all I was willing to give at the time, and I'm gonna see what happens. But I'm gonna do every day. I said to myself, I'm gonna do 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes. Everybody got 5 minutes. Even if you got 2 jobs and 3 kids, we all got 5 minutes, because your shower sometimes can take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, who knows? So, so that's another way. But the repetition, I think, it takes about several weeks, and eventually the body will learn that that activity has some association with pleasure, because that's one of the benefits of the breath and awareness. Rest our mind, and that moment of rest, as someone said, just give a little space, the body will recognize that if you keep at it. It doesn't have to be too much, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Another thing that's important, I think, it's decide how long you want to meditate for daily. You know, is that 15 minutes enough? Is that 20 minutes? Whatever it is, your time. And then slowly add more minutes until you're able to get to that goal very gently.
You're making me think of Dan Harris from 10% Happier, who will always say, you know, meditating daily-ish. You know, we can't be too hard on ourselves about meditating every single day, unless that's what keeps you going, which obviously some people just need that feeling of commitment, but to not be too hard on ourselves to say that we meditate daily-ish.
Yeah, actually a good point, because if you're aiming for that every day, some days may not happen, and that's okay. But if you get 4, 5 out of 7 days, you are building a habit, and then becomes a habit, like you're taking a shower every day. Another thing that's important, I think, to remember why we're doing this, the importance of it. What is the intention behind? I think it's important for me to sit and reflect. Why am I doing this? And try to remember that. That can be a motivation.
Definitely.
Another way to approach meditation daily is like looking at it as in terms of physical activity, being very practical about it. Like, how do you become good at your job? How do you become good at that? You know, if you do physical activity, if you go for walks daily, or do yoga, or do exercise, if you have a hobby, or if you play an instrument, or if you speak a second language, how did you become good at that? So
Mhm.
there's an initial resistance at first, but there's also, you have a goal, and there's an amount of time that you put at that activity or that hobby or that whatever it is, and eventually you do it without thinking about it.
Yeah.
So those are some ideas. I want to share, perhaps we can share at the end some of the more tips that we have. Um, um, let's see what else I wrote here that I want to share before we start our meditation.
Yeah. Did you want me to share that information now or wait till afterwards?
You can share now.
Okay.
Another thing I would like to say to people is like, make it special. As if you have an appointment with someone really, really important. You when you go to meet someone, a date, or it's an appointment, or it's a doctor, or it's a therapist, we put our best self and go. So make a date. I'm having a date with the most important person in the world. It's me.
Mhm.
And not so selfish. In the beginning, it has to be a selfish habit, but eventually what you're going to notice that as you become selfish about your own well-being, you start sharing that with other people. People in your life will benefit from you making yourself relaxed and present and happier. So feel selfish in the beginning, but actually everybody around you is going to benefit as well. So make it special. Make an appointment to yourself. So that's one thing that I say to people, yeah, you make an appointment to yourself.
That's great. Thank
So
you.
so that's what I want to share. There's many more things I could share, and I'd love to hear how that, and I know it's not going to fit to everybody, those ideas, but I hope it's helpful. So let's take this time to meditate a little bit.
It's good.
Sounds good. So I would like to invite you, if you're in a chair, to actually see if you can sit at the kind of the edge of the chair a little bit, to see if, a different way of sitting. Sit in the chair, the edge of the chair, and then your feet is planted, and then you feel if you can arch your lower back gently, very gently, like your sacrum. And then you like, and then trying to find your body an alignment of where your back start elongate gently. And find that alignment to your head. And if you are comfortable, close your eyes. Then start scanning your body to see if there's any place of tension in the body right now that you could let go of that tension. Become aware of the whole body and still looking, where can I let go of any tension and find and incline the mind into deep relaxation. One way to become aware of the body and could be, for some people, take a couple of deep, long and slow in breath and out breath. So let's, at your own pace, take a couple of very long, deep in breath. Filling the lungs and slow releasing, allowing, melting away tension, letting go, letting go, letting go. One more time. Deep and long, slow in breath. Gentle releasing. Allowing the muscles to drop. Letting go. Letting go. And let your breath be natural. And allowing your face to be relaxed and soft. Your eyes. Breathing into your eyes. Relaxation. Breathing relaxation into your jaw, into your lips, and your cheeks. And from your face, from this awareness of relaxation that might be present, allow it to gently spread downwards into your shoulders, as if is radiating relaxation into the shoulders, into the arms, into the hands, let it also include the torso. Let's include the torso, the top of your chest, the back. Let it flow. Let it glow. Suffusing the torso with relaxation and well-being. The upper back, lower back, the belly, the armpits, the sides of the chest. Let it be completely suffused with relaxation. So you're aware of your head, of the shoulders and torso, hands and arms. Let it also spread downwards to include your hips and your legs. All the way to your feet. And then gently open up to include the whole body. Let the sense of relaxation to come back up to fill up your torso again and your whole shoulders and hands and head. Just rest in there as much as possible. Well, thank you for your attention. I hope that was helpful. And I hope we can find some motivation to restart our practice or begin a practice, daily practice.
Thank you so much, Roberval.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah, and if anyone, I can also share these tips on the Facebook page if anyone is interested in that as well. I think those are very useful, like a couple of people have said. So thank you so much for joining us, Roberval, this morning and for guiding us and sharing some thoughts with us.
My pleasure, Suzanne. So it's good to be back here, and I hope this can be helpful for anybody.
Yeah, for sure. I think it is. All right. Well, we will see you tomorrow morning if you can join our Wednesday morning Zoom meeting format. And so thank you all again for being here this morning with us. Thank you for your practice, and we'll see you soon.